focused on the stick and the hand. And really, like when you transition without a stick, you would give me say the same strike. I would come in, and I would just check, we call it check, so he doesn't, or could parry, divert it, and then come in. But in reality, timing is so important. So in the actual fight, if you had to, it's the first punch, it's the first strike blow. So if he would come in, before he, like if I could read, and it's so quick, if he could go ahead and strike me, I could just come in, boom, just direct, and that way, so timing is so important.
Slow is down, slow down.
So we love the weaponry because it shows that it really opens up the open hand technique. So without a weapon, if you gave me the same strike, it's the same thing. If you didn't have a weapon, just give me a strike there. So come in with a check. Really, it's kind of like boxing too, where the movements are so Filipino boxing, they call it dirty boxing. It's a little different. And speaking of weapons, you can use anything. You can use, say a phone, it's like a palm stick, your hands, whatever, a pencil. Especially the phone though, for your kids. If you have a phone, call 911. Better yet, to use your feet to run, avoid a fight. Always avoid a fight. But sometimes you can't help it where there's nowhere to go and you have to defend yourself.
See the pencil scene in John Wick where he's that's
Any other questions?
in practice.
How many of you kids have heard of World War II? Or adults? Terrible time. It was a global crisis for the world. War is never good. But unfortunately, it does happen. There were a lot of Filipino Americans in the 20th century. It was a Commonwealth before it became its own republic or country. So it was still under the territory of the United States. So when World War II occurred, especially in the Pacific, the Philippines was overrun by the Japanese. A lot of Filipino Americans who were American citizens signed up and volunteered to serve like other great Americans that served throughout that war. The U.S. Army came up with the 1st and 2nd Filipino Infantry Regiment. Not only were they issued an M1 rifle, a shovel, a rug of some sort, boots, helmet, they were also issued what we call, earlier I mentioned about the machete, the bolo. So this was, at the time, U.S. Army issued, government issued weapon for the Filipino Americans because they knew how to use it. Whether at home, cutting up the food, whatnot. So they came up with these 2 regiments. And here's actual pictures back then from Life magazine. But practicing with the bolo. Here's a short video of
The weapons of the GI soldier is now added another straight out of a national tradition of the Filipinos. Here every man of the 2nd Regiment receives a bolo knife as part of his field equipment. The gift of a public-spirited group of Los Angeles citizens. For everything from hacking a trail to the jungle to close combat, the bolo is the national pride of the Filipinos. He will not take it into battle for his enslaved people and for the United Nations. Maybe they are physically small men, these island soldiers, but armed with their inherited weapons and blazing with determination to do their utmost against the enemy they understand so well. They will be a mighty factor when we all go back under MacArthur. For they remember that no matter where MacArthur sets up his headquarters, he always gives his address as a man to keep faith with those who kept it there to the end. These U.S. Filipino fighting men have only one desire. It drives them at their work, and it gives them their motto, on to the task.